Yes, guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Bright, and this is the Bright Show podcast, boxing. And guys, we have a lot to talk about, so let's get straight into it. Derek Chisora has announced his final and 50th fight. Now look, Derek Chisora's situation is just incredible. Like, I have not seen a fighter in boxing currently that has the amount of losses that Derek Chisora has and still is going on fighting his 50th fight. It is incredible. And that is because every time that Chisora has gotten in the ring, he's given his all. Like, he's gotten in there, he's put everything on the line, and he's fought his heart out. And I think that is something that the British fight fans really appreciate Derek Chisora for. And that's why every time that Derek Chisora is fighting, whether it's at the O2 or it's in Manchester, the stadium is filled up because people over the years have appreciated Derek Chisora for what he is, really. Whether lose, win or draw, he comes in there and he has a fight. And so I think Derek Chisora definitely deserves his opportunity to have the 50th fight, the final fight, to go out of the sport and hopefully with a win, right? But I think the most important thing about this news is about his opponents. Like, who is Derek Chisora going to fight? And I think three names come to mind for me, really. You guys get in the comment section and let me know what you think and who you think Derek Chisora should fight next. But I think Daniel Dubois should definitely be an opponent that they should be looking at. I think someone like a Joe Joyce rematch, because Derek Chisora beat Joe Joyce the first time. And I think Joe Joyce will feel like he can get the revenge. So I think a Joe Joyce rematch would be really good for Derek's 50th fight. And then Martin Bakole. I think Derek Chisora versus Martin Bakole is my preferred fight for Chisora. I think that Chisora will feel that he needs to beat Martin Bakole because that is his last fight in boxing. And as we know, many boxers have talked about it so many times, they all want to go out on a win. So Chisora will be motivated. For Martin Bakole, he has a lot to prove because we have seen when he had the opportunity to fight Joseph Parker, he came in as big as an elephant, not motivated, and got knocked out. And then he fought Efe Ajagba, and really it was a lackluster performance, and a performance that, you know, people were not expecting from it. Actually, a lot of people expected Martin Bakole to beat Efe Ajagba. So Martin Bakole has something to prove. And I think Derek Chisora versus Martin Bakole will be a great fight. I think it will be a barn burner. You know, Martin Bakole is massive, he's strong, he can punch, and he's a nightmare when he is motivated and when he's in shape. And one thing that a lot of people have talked about, including myself, is that Martin Bakole needs to get himself in shape. He needs to lay off all the food and needs to get in shape, and he needs to prove that he belongs at the top level. And so I think this is a very, very good fight. I think it's an entertaining fight. I think it's an exciting fight. And I think that if it tops the bill in Manchester in December, where, you know, it's been announced that Chisora is going to fight, I think it'll be a great fight. But look, get in the comments section, let me know what you think about it. Derek Chisora, 50th fight. Who should he fight next? I think that Martin Bakole is the right fight for him, but let me know what you think about it. So, the Ring magazine recently updated the heavyweight ranking, and guess what? Tyson Fury is ranked number 1 on the Ring magazine ranking. I kid you not, I cannot believe it. I can't get my head around it. Tyson Fury is number 1 on the ranking. It doesn't make any sense, right? I haven't seen anyone think that this make any sense. I haven't. I'm yet to see anyone that would convince me that it makes any sense, because let's put this into context, right? Tyson Fury hasn't fought for almost 2 years, I believe, and his last few fights is a back-to-back loss against Oleksandr Usyk. On top of that, Tyson Fury is retired. So how is the man that is retired ranked number 1 in the Ring magazine rankings? Somebody please answer this question. Like, get in the comment section, guys, and let me know what you genuinely think about this one, because sometimes, these rankings, it just baffles my mind. Like, a lot of boxing fans are clued up as to what is going on in boxing. I'm not sure if these guys think that people don't know what is going on in boxing, because it doesn't make any sense for Tyson Fury to be on this list, simply because Tyson Fury is retired. And also, Tyson Fury just lost twice back to back, and he hasn't fought for almost 2 years. So how is that, fighter number one on the list when you've got so many other fighters that deserves the opportunity to be higher up in the list than Tyson Fury? In fact, Tyson Fury should not be on the list because he's retired. And Takiel Sheikh needs to look at this, and he needs to he needs to do the right thing, because favoritism in boxing is the last thing we need. We need fighters to get their fair respect and fair due, and they need to get the recognition that they need. If you look at the ranking, Oleksandr Usyk is, the champion. Tyson Fury is number 2. Joseph Parker is number 3. Agit Cabello is number 3. Joseph Parker is number 2. Philip Hergovich number 5. Daniel Dubois number 4. And then you've got Fabio Wardley 6. 7, Gilles Zhang. 8, Martin Bucoli. 9 is Moses Itawa. And then number 10 is Efe Ajagba. Look, everybody else on this list is fine. I think Tyson Fury should not be on this list because he's retired, and it doesn't make any sense. It's just favoritism that we do not need in the sport. And Takiel Sheikh and the Ring Magazine, they need to do the right thing and take Tyson Fury off that ranking, because it doesn't make any sense. Joseph Parker or Agit Cabello should be the right fighters that will share the number 1 and number 2 spot. I don't think it's Tyson Fury. Daniel Dubois should be up there because he lost to Usyk, really. And the rest of the guys on the list should be there, but I don't think Tyson Fury should be on there. You guys get in the comment section. Am I being too harsh on Fury? Let me know if I am. If you agree, let me know as well, because I can't see, I don't see why Fury should be on the list when he's retired. This is an interesting one. Oleksandr Usyk responded to a call out from Jake Paul, and it sparked a conversation, and Usyk was inferring that he would take the Jake Paul fight in the MMA. Look, I think Usyk is playing. I think Usyk is just playing games. I don't think Usyk is serious. But then again, guys, we have seen what has happened in boxing in the last, let's say, 5 years or so, where a lot of fights that we never thought would happen is happening. Like, we're gonna see Tank Davis take on Jake Paul, a fight that should not happen in any way, shape or form. So yes, Usyk, I think, is playing, but in my mind, I don't think that I am over the fact that this could actually happen someday, because we saw that Jake Paul wanted to get into the ring and face off with Oleksandr Usyk. And although I think Usyk is an honourable man, I think Usyk is not driven by money. I think Usyk is driven by legacy. I mean, he's made enough money, right? Tyson Fury fights, he made a lot of money. Anthony Joshua fights, he made a lot of money as well. So I don't think Usyk is driven by money. And of course, Daniel Dubois fight recently at Wembley, he made a lot of money. So I don't think Usyk is driven by money. But I am also not closing the door to the fact that this is boxing. We've seen this happen so many times, where fights that we never thought would happen, happened. So Oleksandr Usyk saying to Jake Paul that he may take that fight in the MMA after boxing, I don't think it's going to happen. I think it's just joke. For Jake Paul, I think he's just calling fighters out just to get his name relevant in boxing. I don't think for once that Jake Paul believes that he will be able to beat someone like Oleksandr Usyk. So look, I think it's all a joke. I think Usyk is not taking it seriously. Jake Paul, though, I think will take this seriously and will try to get in the ring and fight Oleksandr Usyk, because he's just an attention seeker and he's just seen a gap in the market in boxing and he wants to make money. So look, I don't think this will happen, but I don't want to delude myself and think this can never happen, because we have seen so many strange things happen in boxing. You guys get in the comment section and let me know what you think about the topics we've discussed. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button, and I'll see you guys on the next one.